head of the biggest squid he has ever seen.
Yo, that squid is huge, dude!
What's going on, Cody? Welcome to Anything for Reaction, and today I'm going to be reacting SCP-2846 The Squid and the Sailor SCP animation. This is by Dr. Bob. Now, this sounds really interesting. Now, I'm really interested to see this. So, always link for the video in the description down below. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. Let's go and check out SCP-2846 The Squid and the Sailor SCP animation.
A violent storm rocks a merchant ship back and forth. Huge waves roll over the deck and threaten to capsize the vessel.
Dude.
A merchant sailor grips the railing, trying with all his might not to be thrown overboard.
Dude, this is so terrifying.
With a loud twang, a cable snaps
like when
loose.
nightmares are made of.
A hand suddenly grabs his shoulder. He turns around with a fright to see that it's one of his shipmates.
Oh dang!
That's
like a jump scare and a half right there.
And yells of the roar of the storm that they need to try and repair it. The two men make their way to the front of the ship, and the sailor starts working to fix the broken cable. He looks up to see that his mate is no longer working. He's staring straight past him, and there's fear in his eyes.
Dude, he looks terrified.
The sailor turns around to see a massive tentacle sticking out of the sea. The huge appendage is mind-boggling.
Yo, that tentacle is huge,
he can
though!
only stand there, marveling at it.
That's just like
until
one
it begins
tentacle!
Violently smashing against the deck.
Dude.
The sailor dives out of the way just before the tentacle crashes down right where he was standing, where his crewmate was still locked in fear.
Dude, I would be too, though!
As more tentacles appear and slam the deck over and over. One cracks the deck right next to him, sending him flying. He comes to moments later in a wreckage pile. Nothing else has changed, though. Whatever this monster is, it's not stopping its assault on the ship. The sailor stands up and picks up a sharpened piece of wood from the pile he was lying in.
Dude,
he runs over to the nearest tentacle and thrusts.
Yo, I would not be going at this squid, though, dude. I mean, this thing looks huge, dude, and all you have is, like, a piece of wood. Like, I don't think that's gonna, like, get it to, like, stop doing what it's doing. Oh, my goodness, dude. That is so terrifying, dude. Oh, my goodness.
The sharpened stick into its flesh. There's a mighty roar from the sea, and the tentacles stop their onslaught.
Oh, they did.
They go limp before sliding into the sea.
Okay, good going, dude.
The sailor looks around at the carnage that's been wrought. Dead bodies and debris litter the deck. He moves to check on his crewmates when in front of him,
more than just him
bursting
and that other
from the
dude?
sea, is the head of the biggest squid he has ever seen.
Yo, that squid is huge, dude!
Whatever he had seen before of this creature
that is so
was
creepy!
truly just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh no!
With another roar, the creature lifts up out of the water.
It's looking right at him, dude.
The sailor only has time to duck down and close his eyes before the entire ship is pulled down beneath the waves. With a gasp, the sailor breaks the surface, screaming and gulping for air.
Yo, that squid just like took out everything, dude. What, dude? Like, it took out the whole ship. It took out, like, oh my goodness, it took out like the crewmates and everything. Dude, this squid, oh my, that thing is huge, dude. Like, it's like the Kraken, like on like XP or something like that, dude.
He's alone now,
10.
treading water in the middle of the ocean during a storm, but not for long. The squid reappears, its head slowly rising out of the water just in front of him. Its head, the size of a
swim
house,
away,
two
dude!
giant,
Swim
uncanny
away!
black eyes that seem to
Get
both
out
see
of there,
him
dude!
and not.
Come on,
It extends a tentacle toward him as it leans back in the water, exposing its huge beaked mouth. It wraps its powerful arms around him and starts to pull him towards it. When suddenly, there's an explosion.
Got
the squid has been struck by something. Both the sailor and the creature turn to see the most incredible thing. A battleship is coming towards them,
my goodness.
slowly rising out of the ocean as if it were somehow submerged. And it's firing on the creature.
Yo, low-key, like, perfectly timed, dude. I mean, it was about to go down, man. And this battleship literally coming out of, like, nowhere for that save, though, dude. Like, I mean, it could have came, like, when the squid was attacking, like, the ship. But, hey, I mean, better late than never, right?
The squid drops him and starts heading towards the ship. This is going to be a battle for the ages.
Oh my goodness.
While the sailor had no idea what he was witnessing, the SCP Foundation was all too familiar. This was yet another incident of SCP-2846, also known as The Squid and the Sailor. But first, a quick personal request from me. I need your help to
terrify
spread
me,
the word
dude.
about the lesser-known anomalies in the SCP Foundation's archives. The best thing you
literally
can do to
swimming
help
around.
me is subscribe, turn on notifications, and then go tell your
Yes.
friends to do the same.
Dr.
This is a
Bob!
huge help and will let me bring you more and more SCP anomalies. Now
good.
back to our file.
So good.
SCP-2846 is the name given to a set of phenomena that occur in the Gulf Atlantic region. These phenomena consist of interactions between two entities, known as SCP-2846-A and
This is why I'm scared of the ocean a little
SCP-2846-B.
Because,
2846-A
things
is
like
a
this could be
gigantic
in there.
aquatic creature that resembles a cephalopod, though no similar
cephalopod.
organism has been discovered that is even close to approaching its size, with estimates placing 2846-A at being at least 950 meters in length. This creature appears in areas of deep water during
This thing is huge though, dude. Like, oh my goodness, dude, 950 meters? I don't know what that is in like feet, man. Like, but that thing is huge though, dude. I mean, like I was saying, this is why like the ocean sort of freaks me out a little bit, because things like this are like in there, dude. And it's just like, oh man, dude, like,
storms and will attack civilian vessels, especially cruise ships
But I
and
love the
merchant
ocean
vessels.
too, because
These
I mean,
attacks
it's the
are
ocean.
sporadic and follow no known patterns other than that they take
I
place
just won't go
during
in the
inclement
deep
weather.
end, you know.
They are sudden and without warning, and will nearly always result in the complete destruction of the targeted vessel if they're not intercepted. Attempting to stop these attacks is SCP-2846-B, a large
Is that the
seafaring
battleship?
vessel that in its current form resembles a Pennsylvania-class super dreadnought battleship, though it appears
that's the
hazy
battleship
in
that was
photos and
coming to
videos,
get the
as
save.
if translucent. And eyewitness observers have described the
translucent?
ship as looking vaporous. Just like SCP-2846-A,
Wait, so this thing is like designed
this ship
to
will
like,
appear
is this
from
thing
deep water,
real or
surfacing
anything?
near the site of a 2846-A event. The vessel will fire on the creature, drawing its attention, and the two
Wait,
will
so
then
wherever
engage
the
in a
squid
heated battle.
is,
The two will
the
continue
battleship will
fighting
follow,
until
probably.
SCP-2846-A is rendered immobile or completely incapacitated, after which it will sink down into the sea. Following its victory, the ship too will then submerge and disappear beneath the waves.
Yo, we've got a ghost ship too, dude. Oh my goodness, dude. That is like, oh, that is creepy, dude. Like, so this, we have the squid, and wherever that squid is, that battleship will be there. Basically just to get like the victory, because when it like, I mean, just like gets them, it just like, this is so interesting, dude. And then the ship goes back into the ocean, dude. Oh my goodness, dude. That is something right there, dude. I mean, oh my goodness, dude.
SCP-2846-A is believed to have existed for thousands of years, and maybe even older than that.
What?
The creature's existence was first recorded in an Icelandic saga from the 13th century, but the Foundation's first documented sighting came in 1905, when an agent working for the Foundation,
go way
one
back,
Admiral
dude.
Reginald von Allen, spotted the
Von
creature surfacing
Allen,
with a
dude.
whale wrapped effortlessly in its tentacles. Soon after spotting it, a ship of the line surfaced as well to do battle with the creature. The Admiral tried to signal the crew that he could see on the deck of the ship, but the vessel descended back below the
What?
surface before any communication could
That
take
thing's
place.
going in the ocean too.
In 1935, the mysterious ship appeared again, near the SCPS Hildegard, and this time,
It's
the
bigger.
anomalous vessel was the one to initiate communication. Some of the crew of the ship, designated as
Oh, this is creepy, and they
SCP-2846-B1
got
through
ghosts on there
B915,
too.
came aboard the Foundation ship and engaged in a
Oh,
conversation
man.
with Captain Levy Hansen.
Dude, all the chills though.
SCP-2846-B1 identified himself as David Thomas Jones of the Royal Navy, and went on to explain that their ship had been sunk by a monster resembling SCP-2846-A over 300 years in the past. He described how after sinking into the darkness of the sea, he awoke on a mysterious shore where he met with a woman who referred to herself as Calypso, the goddess of the sea. She explained how she had sealed the leviathans that prowled the depths of the ocean in a pit, but that over time, the seal she had placed on it had begun to weaken.
Dude.
A titan had escaped and taken the form of the most deadly creature in the sea, the Kraken. Calypso feared that the creature would attempt to further destroy the seal and release its monster.
Dude, they releasing the Kraken though. Oh my goodness, dude. So they're basically, this ship is there to like protect like the sea and like citizens from the Kraken and the squid and stuff like that. That is what? Oh my
monstrous
God.
brethren, a disaster that would result in the
At least
end
that's
of
what I'm
all
thinking.
human life. She requested that Jones pursue the creature along with his crew for as long as needed, and in return, they would be granted immortality. Jones agreed, and his endless battle against the Anomaly
You have to
began
really
that
enjoy
day.
the ocean to be
The
doing
reason
that,
he had
dude.
now come aboard a Foundation ship was directly related to this task. SCP-2846-A
I don't know if
had
I would
grown
want to
more
be
powerful over the years,
traveling
larger
with this
and bolder
creature
too.
like
He
all
and
the
his
time,
men couldn't
dude.
die, but many more would if they were no longer able to subdue the beast. He needed something from the SCP Foundation.
The
He needed
battleship.
a bigger boat. Following this conversation, and seeing the value in allowing Jones and his crew to continue their mission, the Foundation commandeered a newly built Pennsylvania-class super dreadnought battleship from the U.S. Navy, the USS Montana. The
Everything's
ship
like
was sunk
puzzle
15
pieces coming
kilometers from a
together,
Foundation naval
dude.
facility in Cuba. 30 hours later, the ship surfaced from the sea, though it was now more heavily armed than the USS Montana had been.
Dang.
As part of the agreement,
This ship
SCP-2846-B
looks like
was
it's like-
fitted with an explosive device that is capable of completely destroying the ship should the crew for some reason ever turn their guns.
Yo! Oh my goodness, dude. This ship, though. Oh my goodness, dude. So basically, they're like the protectors of the sea against like the Kraken. That's really
On
power to
Foundation
these
or
guys,
other
dude.
human targets. In 2013, an important discovery was made after a tracker was attached to SCP-2846-A. Deep in the Atlantic, roughly 1,300 nautical miles west of Florida, a depression in the ocean floor with a large iron object on top of it was found. 2846 seems to return to this
Man,
site
he's
over
going
and
off,
over,
dude.
where
He's
it has
like,
been
"Bye."
observed clearing the rocks from the area. And it appears that it is almost finished with its task. The iron plate on top of the depression is nearly exposed. It's not known exactly what's underneath, but whatever it
Dude,
is,
yeah, what's
it's
underneath?
hot. Very hot, with temperatures near it measured at over 4,000 degrees Celsius. It's feared that whatever the
Dang.
creature is trying to unearth,
What?
it would lead
Is it
to
a
an XK
volcano?
end of the world scenario, and it is imperative
Super
that it not
volcano.
be allowed to do so.
About to cause a tsunami.
And there's more bad news when it comes to SCP-2846. In 2014,
So that's why
the Foundation
they
ship
wanted-
SCPS Pristine
Calypso
was
wanted
pursuing a
them to
large
follow it.
underwater organism
Makes sense.
assumed to be SCP-2846-A, and signaled to 2846-B to surface and dispatch the creature in what had become the normal operating procedure. Something strange happened, though, and the Pristine was suddenly struck by a mysterious force. As SCP-2846-B began to engage with the now surfaced 2846-A, the crew of the Pristine reported seeing numerous eyes appearing and disappearing in the water below the ship. They had never seen anything like it. The ship was struck
What?
again as satellite
Oh.
images spotted an enormous entity directly beneath the ship.
Yo.
The Pristine began taking on water, and the crew was forced to abandon ship. 2 other SCP ships in the area fired on the strange, many-eyed entity, causing it to once again disappear into the depths of the ocean. As
Yo, how many eyes does this thing have, dude? Like, it's got like all the eyes.
SCP-2846-B banished 2846-A to the ocean once again. Due to the ongoing danger of SCP-2846-A, it has been classified as Keter. In the event of an appearance, Mobile Task Force Tau-11, also known as the Can Openers, who are stationed aboard the SCPS Nikolai, are to utilize a special transmission device to signal the crew of SCP-2846-B and maintain contact with them throughout their engagement with the creature. Tau-11's primary mission is to minimize civilian exposure to the anomaly, and
Dude.
any non-Foundation ships that come in
I don't
contact
wanna
with
come in
either
contact
2846 entity are to be moved from the area, and all aboard the craft
They like, we turn around, we gone. They're like, no, we good. We don't want to see this.
are to be given Class C amnestics. The SCPS Nikolai's
So
captain
good.
has been given permission to fire on SCP-2846-A to assist in the fight, and should 2846-B turn hostile for any reason, the explosive device on board is to be detonated.
Dang.
It is still unknown just what the entity that attacked and destroyed the SCPS Pristine was, but the ease with which it dispensed of the vessel has many in the Foundation worried that SCP-2846-A has already been able to release one of its brethren from its prison, and at this
Oh,
point,
no, dude.
stopping them may no longer be an option. Now go and
Dude.
watch another entry
Yo, stop them, dude.
from the files of Dr. Bob.
Kraken.
And once again, please join me on my mission by subscribing, turning on
Yes, Dr. Bob. Oh my goodness, dude. Like, That was really interesting. First off, like this squid, this kraken, dude. I mean, that thing's huge, dude. Like that very beginning, like when it took out the ship, I was like, nah, dude, I'm good with that. Like that thing was just so huge, dude. I mean, like the ocean, dude, is just such an interesting thing, and just again, it's like so interesting, like see like all the different like sea creatures in there. I mean, deep in the ocean, dude. Like that is just so scary. Like I said, I love the ocean, but I'm also like scared of the ocean because of stuff like this, like this squid, this kraken, dude, like stuff like that. Just you never know what's in there, and that's just so terrifying, dude. Like it's just so creepy, dude. I mean, again, I love the ocean, dude. I love like the beach and everything, but dude, I probably would not go all the way out in that ocean, dude. Like that is just so creepy. And this kraken, this squid, dude, like that is so terrifying right in the beginning. Like it literally just took out that boat. I was like, dude, what? And he literally had like a piece of wood. I was like, that is not gonna do anything. And just it looked like it just like made him even more mad until the battleship, which is more like a ghost ship, came in. And I was like, oh dude, like what? It's about to go down. And it sort of did. Like I was not expecting like that big of a battle and stuff like that. And that ship can like detonate too, and just like the backstory with the ship and everything, like that was really interesting. And that was just like really amazing as well. And oh my goodness, dude, like this was just really phenomenal. Also, like the animation is just so phenomenal and just so amazing as always. Just like the animation is just so well detailed, depicting like this SCP, like the squid and the sailor, dude. Like that was really interesting and really amazing as well. And just oh my goodness, like again, like really terrifying. Like I've heard of like the kraken and stuff like that, like the myths behind it and stuff like that, and that stuff has always like really intrigued me and stuff like that, and like megalodons and stuff like that. That's just always like really interesting as well. So I mean, just being able to like see this and just animate in just an SCP, dude, like that was really interesting, really amazing. And again, like oh my, so terrifying as well, dude. Like so terrifying. And just oh my goodness, like this squid, dude, was not playing around. It definitely meant business. This was just like really amazing. What do you guys think about SCP-2846 The Squid and the Sailor SCP animation? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also click that bell to turn notifications. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. As always, guys, I'll catch you in the next reaction video.